Alan Williamson, 2 feet of snow. What in the world? Sounds like more snow shoveling in your near future. Good morning to Pastor Ken's Curveball. Good morning to Coffee Cake. Happy Friday, February the 14th, 2025. It's colder than I thought. Although, after hearing about Alan's 2 feet of snow, that gives me, I feel warmer now. No snow around here. I'm guessing the temperature's probably about 39, 40 degrees here. Clear sky, mostly clear sky, so no snow. We got our 8 inches of snow last month, so we're good for like the next 50 years. The joke of the day. Uh, let's see. Hmm. Why did the banana? Why did the banana? Speaking of the big V, Valentine's Day. Why did the banana? Uh, why did the banana take a prune on a Valentine's date? Oh, I messed it up already. I messed up my joke already. Why did the banana? How does it go? I forgot it. um, why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. Something like that. I'd have messed it up. Where we headed? Just morning exercise. Just walking. Uh, in this, I was walking like almost every day in January, but I got slack in February. I think yesterday was the first day I went walking in quite a while. So I'm out. Multiple reasons I go walking. One of them is to get exercise. I need it, but I also like to get out into nature. That's when I feel closest to God. It's an opportunity to just meditate, think on the goodness of God, thankful for another day. Uh, Love being out in nature. Good morning to Jen Jen. Happy Valentine's Day. Hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day. Another reason that I go walking and talking is like right now, I always hope to talk to somebody while I'm walking to uh, to encourage them along their way. You know, we're all walking through this life together. I don't believe none of our paths have crossed by accident. I believe everything happens for a purpose. So I'm glad our paths have crossed and just want to encourage you on your walk through life. Keep your head up, keep going, don't give up. Only thing we should give up on are the things that hurt ourselves or hurt others. Good morning to Fabian, the undrafted player. He says walking is good for your health. That's true. I believe walking is something, you know, you can't do too much of. It's kind of like telling somebody you love them. It's something you can't do enough of. Um, Sometimes I'll say this statement, and it might be kind of controversial, but I'll say that Valentine's Day is overrated. And people look at me like I'm crazy, you know, that Valentine's Day is overrated. But what I mean by that is every day is a day to tell somebody you love them. Really, we should tell everybody that we love them, because truly that's what life is all about, is loving God and loving each other. Good morning to Dan Anderson. God bless you too. Thank you. I'll try this again. Why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. I was speaking of date. Today is, you know, today is a lot of people's birthday. The list of people that were born on Valentine's Day. Some of them were some football players I remember. Uh, Jim Kelly, Great quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. His birthday's today. Uh, Steve Air McNair, a great quarterback from back in the day. Birthday today. And who else? I can't remember who else. Oh yeah, the good quarterback right before. Uh, why am I drawing blanks? My brain's still asleep. The quarterback right before Tom Brady for the Patriots. His birthday is today. Drew Bledsoe. I couldn't get his name out. Drew Bledsoe's birthday is today. So three great quarterbacks all share Valentine's Day birthdays. Yeah, Fabian, walking's good for you, but so is laughter. Laughter is a good medicine. Another birthday for today is the the duo of guys that do magic tricks, Penn and Teller. Teller of Penn and Teller, the one that don't talk. Today's his birthday. And Fabian, you collect autographs. Have you ever got Penn and Teller's autograph, the magicians? I know that they'll send you an autograph through the mail. But I was reading a little bit about Teller this morning. So I was reading about it was his birthday, and you wonder why he don't talk. And I was reading about like earlier on when he would like do like magic tricks. He would talk, and but he found out like while he was talking, people would throw stuff at him and heckle him. And he found out that like when he would just keep quiet, the people would focus in on the tricks he was doing and wouldn't give him a hard time. So he kept that. He quit talking. Hello to God is great. I almost said good morning to God is great, but I can still say good morning because it's morning here. But whatever time it is there, I hope you're having a good one. I know you've been struggling with those kidney stones, so I hope your situation there is getting better for you. It's 10:30 there. Wow. So you're like 15 hours ahead. So hello to the future. I've never had kidney stones. You know, I talk about that all the time. There's some things I can relate to that people are going through, and some things I can't, and I can't relate to kidney stones. I haven't ever experienced that, but I've known a lot of people that have, and there's never been no good stories that I've heard that came out of having kidney stones. Joke of the day. I just have one joke. I may think of another. Right now, my brain's still asleep, but the joke of the day is why. Um, See, I done forgot it again. Why did the banana go out with the prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. Fabian asks, is there any gators in this area? I'm sure there are. I haven't seen any in this area, but I'm sure there are. But the closest that I've ever seen a gator around here is like 30 something miles away from here. But they're bound to be out there. I haven't came across them. Um, Good morning to Leah Bobia. Leah Bobia. Interesting name there, Leah. If I'm saying that right. It kind of reminds me of my name. Um, in a song, speaking of bananas, my name's in the song that her name just reminded me of. Uh, there's a song, Berry Berry Bo Berry, Banana Fana Fo Fairy, Me My Mo Mary Berry. Yeah, every day is a good day when you see the sunrise. Thankful for another day. That's part of my morning reflections, just being thankful. Leah come in here with a lot of laughter. I like that. Talking about that this morning. Fabian talked about walking is good for you, and I agree. I don't do enough walking. And also, laughter is good for you. It's a good medicine. And I don't do enough laughing either. but I do promote both of them. There's a proverb that says, "A merry heart doeth good like a medicine." Yeah, that sounds great, Leah. Um, I love quotes, and one of my favorite quotes is, um, "When you see somebody without a smile, give them yours." And I realize that life ain't all laughter, life ain't all smiles. We have, life has its lows and its highs. So I know, life ain't all laugh, but I believe we should do more than we do. Good morning to BC Sports Cards. Happy Friday, February the 14th, 2025 edition. Yeah, the Saints got the head coach I was hoping they'd get. Um, Offensive coordinator from the Philadelphia Eagles. Remember him playing college football, Kellen Moore. BC's in here, so I can keep telling my joke. Anytime somebody comes in, I can share my joke of the day. Um, let's see. Why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? Why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. Oh. I was looking at today's birthdays, BC, and 3 quarterbacks all shared the same birthday on Valentine's Day. Uh, Steve Air McNair, Drew Bledsoe, and Jim Kelly. 3 good quarterbacks from back in the day. All have a February the 14th birthday. Enjoyed watching all 3 of those quarterbacks play the game. You share a birthday with Joe Montana? That's cool. I'll have to try to remember that. What month is that in? Matty Ice is on the road. I'm walking on the road, and Matty Ice is driving on the road. But good morning to Matty Ice. Hope everybody's having a great day. Valentine's Day 2025. Already, Fabian says, oh, June the 11th. Cool. Drew Bledsoe signed my TTM request years ago. I sent him my request. Washington State. I I love acetate cards, right? And that's like always some of my favorite inserts is acetate cards. I just like I like unique things and they're unique. You know, the see-through cards. And one time my dad he pulled a one of the first autographs I remember ever seeing pulled in a pack of cards. My dad pulled a Drew Bledsoe acetate card, autographed acetate card, which was super cool. And back in the day, and over time though that I don't know if it was the light on it or I don't know, but over time, Mr. Bledsoe's autograph bled, it disappeared. So now it's just the acetate card with a former autograph of. I think there's a little bit of autograph still left on it, but most of it's gone. Over time, it disappeared. You make cards on your Cricut. That's cool. Like what kind of cards? I appreciate you stopping by, BC. Hope you have a great work day. Whistle while you work. Custom shirts and hats. That's neat. Um, Used to when I'd go walking, I'd bring a book with me that had the states, all the 50 states on it, and like anytime anybody dropped by, I'd ask them, where they're from, and I'd write it down. But it's always good to me. It's always good to know where people are at, from around the world. Um, but I have no idea where Coffee Cake is located or Leah Bobia. Yeah, Cricket is like a machine, but I'll let Leah answer that. I can't really describe it, but I am familiar with the crickets. Earlier I was talking about like today is Taylor of Penn and Teller's birthday, and Taylor is known for not talking, but like I already said the controversial statement that Valentine's Day is overrated because I believe every day is a day to tell somebody you love them. And as I think about Taylor and his not talking, I think of you know the importance of telling people that you love them. My brother passed away almost 3 months ago, and I definitely told him I loved him. I let him know that I loved him a lot. But just looking back now that after he's passed, I do have regrets. I wish I'd have told him more. You know, um, so don't waste opportunities to tell people you love them or show them that you love them. Yeah, I wished it was a an eagle. It's a redneck eagle. It's a buzzard. When I first seen it, I just seen a little bit of his wings. I thought it was a hawk, but it was a buzzard. I appreciate you, Robert. Good morning. Happy Friday. So Leah is in the is that you're in the mountains, Leah, in East Tennessee? I don't. My chat freezes up. I don't always see everything people write, but I see where Leah says that she lost her mom almost a year ago. It's still hard. So prayers go out to you. It definitely is. Uh, I said this earlier. I can't. There's things I can relate to and can't relate to. I can't relate to. I still have my mom, so I can't relate to losing a mom. So I can't say, "Hey, I know how you feel on that." But I definitely can relate to losing somebody close to you. That's cool, Lee. I love the Smoky Mountains. That's like my all-time favorite place to go uh, on vacation. I was talking about one of the reasons I like to walk is to get out into nature because you can feel close to God anywhere, I believe, but with me, I just feel closer to God out in nature, like when I'm walking or when I'm camping out in the woods, something like that, fishing, different things like that. But man, the times I've been on vacation in the Smoky Mountains just have been awesome experience. Mountains are beautiful things, beautiful part of God's creation. I love baseball, and I also enjoyed that too when I was up in Tennessee. Was going to see some Double A baseball. The Tennessee Smokies. Been to a few of their games up in the mountains, which was really fun. Yeah, I enjoy riding around Cades Cove and seeing all the nature. So looking forward to seeing your lives. Uh, that would be cool. Hello to British B on the road again. Definitely on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Chasing all the Westley Webbits with all my friends. Just can't wait to get on the road again. It's been a while since I've been up there. I haven't. I appreciate you saying that, Robert. I know that. Even though, you know, I guess a lot of people try to give you advice, and you hear so many different things. But I agree with you totally, even though it's fresh, to me. But I totally agree with you. You hear different things. And sometimes people say time heals all pain, and I totally disagree with that. Um, there's only one thing that can heal all pain, and that's God. And in His time, yeah, one day when time would be no more, in heaven, that all that pain would be gone. But while you're still here, the hurt to be there. It just, I believe it'll get easier, you know. But uh, But yeah, you hear a lot of different things, but I agree with you. I appreciate your advice there. And sorry you've had to go through some experiences. I I share this all the time that the he died the day after my birthday, and um, it was my worst day ever. But what helps me is knowing that it was his best day ever. That there'll be no more pain, no more suffering, no more tears. None of the things that are bad down here, the things that keep us from smiling, the things that keep us from laughing. That he don't have to experience that ever, in heaven anymore. So even though it was my worst day ever, knowing that it was his best day ever helps me. And I look forward to the reunion. But I just, miss him like crazy down here. And like today, today a day known for love. Although every day's a day of love, that's what I keep saying too. But you know, just going back through, replaying things in my mind, and coming across regrets. You just, I guess that's why I try to tell people, you know, why you still have the people around you. Let everybody know you love them. You know, and I told my brother I loved him a lot of times, and I did, and I do, and I showed him I loved him. But I could have done better. So you got the regret part. That's part of the pain. But today, I've been thinking about I said it was Penn and Teller's birthday, and he's known for not talking. But and there's a Bible verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that talks about there's a time to speak and a time to be quiet. You know, there's time for both. But when it comes to telling somebody I love you, I don't think there's ever a time to be quiet. Not to say I love you, and that's a, a lot of what I'm thinking about today. I love you is not something you can say too much of. Uh, I can't hardly see the chat. Sun's kind of hitting the screen just right, but um, I can see Arlene is here. Good morning to Arlene. Hope everybody has a great Friday. All right, Coffee Cake. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a great remainder. Hope to see you again somewhere down the road. Hello to Sam Juvetti. Sorry if I butchered your name, but I appreciate you stopping by. Happy Friday. If it's Friday where you're at. If it's Saturday where you're at, happy Saturday. All right, Leah, I appreciate you stopping by. Nice to meet you. Hope you have a great day. A reminder to have a great remainder. Yeah, footprints in the sand is cool, Robert. Definitely, if it wasn't for God carrying me and prayers of other believers, I wouldn't have been able to get far along as I have. All right, Robert, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a great day. Appreciate the words of encouragement. We all need them. I appreciate you sharing. Hello to Adventure America. Got my banana, Adventure America, on the morning walk. Um, let's see. I got to remember my joke now. I appreciate the prayers, Arlene. It means a lot. Um, why did the banana take a prune out on Valentine's Day? Why did the banana take a prune out on Valentine's Day? My joke of the day. Because he couldn't find a date. Hope everybody's having a great day, whatever time it is, wherever you are. It's 8 o'clock here. 8 is great. Eight is great, and it rhymes with date that I just used in a joke. Yeah, it was cooler than I thought when I started out. Like when I left this morning, it was like 39 degrees. It's probably about 42 here now, I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure, but it's warmed up just a little bit for sure. Yeah, the birds are super active this morning. I mean, they're active most every morning, but they're really active this morning. It seems like a bunch of different kinds, a bunch of different sounds. Today is February 14th, 2025, and I'm reading through the book of Matthew in this month of February. February has 28 days. Uh, Matthew has 28 chapters. Let's see, Matthew 14. Has 39. No. Uh, 36. Matthew 14 has 36 verses. Matthew 14, verse 1. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard of the fame of Jesus and said unto his servants, This is John the Baptist. He is risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works do show forth themselves in him. So Herod thought Jesus was John the Baptist. And then Matthew goes on to tell us what became of John the Baptist. For Herod had laid hold on John and bound him and put him in prison for Herodias' sake, his brother Philip's wife. For John said unto him, It is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me Here, John Baptist's head in a charger. So, on this day that we celebrate love, that's a very hateful thing that happened there to John the Baptist. The king was sorry, nevertheless, for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent and beheaded John in the prison. And his head was brought in a charger and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came and took up the body and buried it, and went and told Jesus. John the Baptist, Jesus' relative. And it says, when Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And that's what I get out of reading through Matthew, is just people following Jesus. And that's what we're supposed to do. And as you follow Jesus, you get to hear what he says, and that's, what I want to read through the Bible for, is to hear what Jesus says. There's no as important of a voice as Jesus's. They followed him on foot out of the cities, and Jesus went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And as we walk with Jesus through Matthew, we see the compassion that he had. Compassion, like the root, the root word com of compassion means with. Com means with, and then passion means suffer. So compassion means to suffer with. So when Jesus, would see somebody sick or see somebody hungry, or he'd have compassion. His heart went out to them. And that's love. Moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, this is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them, they need not depart. Give ye them to eat. So the disciples are trying to send all the people away to go get food, and Jesus has said, hey, you give them something to eat. And that introduces us to one of the miracles of Jesus that I love. And what do you do with hungry people? You don't send them away, you give them something to eat. So Jesus says, give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, his disciples, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fish. So you see some of their doubt, that you see sometimes, they see a big crowd and then they only see, 7 pieces of food, 5 loaves and 2 fish, a big crowd, limited resources, but they forgot, who they were following around, or, they weren't, they didn't fully realize what he was capable of doing. They say unto him, we have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. All right, Troy, you have a great remainder at work. Whistle while you work. Be careful, and hope you have a great day. He said, bring them hither to me. Bring the 5 loaves, bring the 2 fish to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he sets the example. Jesus is always the example. And what does he do? He looks up to heaven. And that's good advice for anybody, uh, to look up to heaven. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed. Once again, he set the example. He says the blessing over the food. He blessed and brake and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat and were filled. And we have so much waste in this world, you know, and it's not good to waste. And I like, what it says here. They did all eat and were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full, the leftovers. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. So 5,000 men, it gives us a number of how many that were fed. 5,000 men. So we don't know the exact number because it says 5,000 men. It gives us the number of men, but it don't tell the women and children amount. It just says beside women and children. But at least 5,000 plus, and just say if there was just one woman, with each man, and just one child with each man, that's 15,000, you know. So we don't know how big the crowd was. Just it was at least over 5,000, because it says 5,000 men beside women and children. So what Jesus can do when we just give him, what little we have. They only had the 5 loaves. Think about that: 5 loaves, 5 pieces of bread, and 2 fish. Basically, a fish sandwich. Maybe 2 fish sandwiches. That's all they had. And they had, between 5 to 15,000 or more people to feed with just that small amount. But when you take a little amount and you give it to Jesus, just watch what he does. but we have to give it to Jesus first, in faith. But I love that miracle. One of the many miracles that Jesus done. But the disciples wanted to send the crowd away, and Jesus, bring them here, and he fed them all, and had leftovers. That's crazy, man. And straightway means immediately. Straightway, Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. So another miracle, Jesus walking on water. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. They didn't know it was Jesus. And but he reveals himself to them, and I pray that that's true in our lives. That for all the people that don't know about Jesus, that he would make himself known unto them. But God don't want us to be afraid. It says, but straightway or immediately Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. Lord, if it's you, invite me out on the water too. And it was Jesus, so the rest of the story. And I love in the Bibles the invitations of God, the invitations of Jesus, that he wants us to come into him. And we see that here. Peter says, invite me out if it's you. And it was Jesus, and he invited him out. He said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Jesus was a man, but Jesus was also God. But Peter was just all man. There was no God mixture with Peter. But when Peter had faith and was looking at Jesus, he too walked on the water. The significance of faith, the importance of faith. He walked on the water to go to Jesus. I see that Share Bear's in the chat. Good morning, Share Bear. If you're still here, I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you. And also Rich. Happy Friday to everyone. Appreciate you stopping by. Reading through the book of Matthew. Reading one chapter a day in this month of February. There's 28 days in February. There's 28 chapters in Matthew. And I'm in Matthew chapter 14 and verse 29. Good morning to Aries World. Happy Friday. So, Matthew chapter 14, verse 29, we get the invitation of Jesus. Uh, he said, "Come." And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. So, as long as Peter's looking at Jesus, he's walking on the water, you know. But then, verse 30 says, "But," you know, it's a change, because it's a change of direction for Peter, because Peter takes his eyes off of Jesus and he places his eyes on the water and on the wind. So Peter changes directions of his eyes, which is going to change the direction of his walk. Happy Valentine's Day to Aries World. He says that his girl is dressed up in a tutu for school today. Tutu spelled backwards is ut ut. Ut ut. That's what the quarterback says, ain't it, when he wants the ball snap? Ut ut. Ut ut. Happy Friday to Gigaspace Pancake. Share Bear says it's her birthday. Happy birthday to Share Bear. Cool, super cool that your birthday's on Valentine's Day. Uh, I mentioned some birthdays this morning, Share Bear. Taylor of Penn and Teller, today's his birthday. Um, three famous quarterbacks, today's their birthday. Jim Kelly, the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, his birthday's today. Drew Bledsoe, the quarterback for the New England Patriots, his birthday's today, and also Steve Air McNair, the quarterback for Houston back in the day, Houston and Tennessee back in the day. His birthday is also today. He passed away, but his birthday is today. But happy birthday to Share Bear.
A long way from home this morning.
That's right. Got to get some exercise in, though.
All right.
Have it.
Don't freeze to death.
I won't do it.
Okay.
Have a great day.
How's your mama?
She's doing good. Ups and downs,
Ups
but
and
but
downs.
she's hanging in there.
That's understandable.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell her I said hello and I love her.
I would do it. Thank you. Yeah, today, like I said, is Taylor from Penn and Teller, the magician's birthday, and he's known for being silent, but today, a day of, we talk about love on Valentine. I say Valentine's Day is overrated. Sometimes people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that, but every day is a day of love. There's never a wrong day to tell people that you love them, and so we shouldn't be quiet about that. Talking about Taylor, he's quiet, but and I believe there is a time to be quiet and a time to speak. But when it comes to telling people you love them, we shouldn't be quiet. And that's what I've learned about, through the recent loss of my brother, just the importance of letting people know you love them while you can. That that tomorrow here is not promised. So let somebody know you love them today. And you know the importance of that, showing love. But the greatest example of love is, who I'm reading about this morning, Jesus. Um, and here's, talking about faith, the faith of Peter. Peter walked on water just like Jesus whenever Peter was looking at Jesus. But when he took his eyes off of Jesus, he started sinking. It says, verse 30 says, but when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. So Peter cries out to Jesus, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Why did you doubt? I think that's a great question for Peter, but I think that's a great question for any of us is why do you doubt? Like I'm looking at the trees that God made and the sun that's shining up there, and the creation of God, just God through his creation, you know, how can I doubt that there's a creator when I can look at the creation? I look at a watch and don't doubt whether there was a designer of the watch, and I look at, car and don't, all these cars that's passing by, we know somebody made it. And the same is true with God and creation. Why do we doubt? So he says, "O thou of little faith," talking to Peter, "wherefore didst thou doubt?" And when they were coming to the ship, the wind ceased. Once again, showing, his power. He's in control. God's in control. Jesus is in control. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Thou art the Son of God. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of Gennesaret. So they get to the other side. He had already told them to go to the other side. And they get to the other side. But, along the way, there was doubt. And when the men of that place had knowledge of him, of Jesus, they sent out into all the country round about and brought unto him all that were diseased and besought him that they might only touch the hem of his garment. and as many as touched were made perfectly whole. So that chapter, the 14th chapter of Matthew, ends talking about faith. You know, if they just would touch the hem of his garment, they'd be whole. And you know, I would say that, you know, to anybody this morning, to reach out to Jesus in faith, touch Jesus in faith, believe in Jesus in faith, and then allow Him to touch you. Um, just like the fish and the bread that they gave to Jesus, the small amount, that done a great deal of, you know, made a great big difference, that fed over 5,000 people, you know, probably somewhere over 15,000 people. But when they gave the little bit to Jesus, He done a lot. And I think about our faith. If we can give Jesus our small faith, you know, hopefully it's getting bigger. Hopefully our faith is growing in the Lord. But if we can just give Him the faith that we do have, He can do big things with it. Hello to Daisy May. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. You haven't heard my joke of the day. Got a banana. You know, my breakfast for my morning walk. I need to tear into it, but my joke of the day it includes a banana. Why? Let's see. I keep forgetting my joke. um, why did the banana go out with a prune on Valentine's Day? Why did the banana go out with a prune on Valentine's Day? All right, we got two whys. Why did the banana go out with a prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. Hey, I'll be here all week, guys. I don't know if anybody's looking for Spot, but he's over there. According to this, Spot went that way. But once again, everybody tell Cher Bear happy birthday. It's cool that your birthday's on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to remember some more people that has a Valentine's Day birthday. I came across a lot of them as I was reading this morning. Uh, Trying to think of a few more that I read, but it's not coming to me at the moment. But I'm glad you were born, Cher Bear. Yeah, all of our New Year was January the 1st, but Share Bear, her New Year is today. A new year for her. So that's cool. Happy New Year. Sometimes you listen to people and it almost sounds like, they don't like their, that they got older another year, but, birthdays are blessings. I'm looking, if anybody's seen Dirk Remington, let him know I'm looking for him. Anytime I see a pothole, I think of Dirk Remington. Well, God bless you, Share Bear, on your birthday. Appreciate you stopping by. Y'all know why I got a banana this morning? because I find it appealing. Good morning, Judy. Happy Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you stopping by. Know you're still hurting, but hopefully you're healing over time, getting better. Yeah, it's a great day. It's warmed up. It started out when I first started, it was like 39 degrees, chilly. But Mr. Sun came out and I'm not sure what it is now, somewhere in the 40s, but it's definitely warmed up some. The wind's blowing. The only part I'm not a big fan of the wind in the wintertime, but I know it's necessary. I ain't complaining. But I definitely like the wind better in the summertime than the wintertime. Yeah, happy birthday to Share Bear. All right, Judy, why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? That's my joke of the day. Why did the banana go with the prune on Valentine's Day? Because he couldn't find a date. I usually don't look at the thumbs up too much, but I see that I have 23 thumbs up. I appreciate that. 23 is my favorite number, so thank y'all for the thumbs ups. Thumbs upses. like I said, I don't study the thumbs ups as too much, but I do want to, say something or do something that'll make you smile or, encourage you along your way today. Uh, Hope everybody has a great day as you walk through this day to day. Hope you have a great day. It's cool what you said, Share Bear, and it's cool that Judy says, Share Bear, thank you for sharing with me. Share Bear, sharing with me. But I believe a heart that cares must be shared. uh, on this Valentine's Day, just let everybody know you love them. And I pray that we all love God and love each other. Yeah, that's Arlene says there's power in prayers, amen, and amen to that. And that's, I mean, there's so many different ways you can show somebody that you love them, but prayer is definitely anytime you know, you think about somebody and you think about something about somebody, and then you take that to God in prayer. Is a way, that we can show that we love people is through praying for them. There's a lot of one another verses in the Bible, but two of the main ones that I think about are love one another and pray for one another. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm eating my banana. I know that sounds bananas, but I'm eating my banana. Share Bear says our God is an amazing God. I was just reading a little bit about Rich Mullins, the singer, who died in a car wreck, but I think it was him that wrote the song "Our God is an Awesome God." I do fall. I'm a clumsy fella, Judy. I do fall from time to time, but not yet today. I don't plan. I never plan on falling, but you never know. I hope I don't fall right now. It's a pretty good drop off, and it'd be pretty wet. But I'm eating my banana. I had to sit down the phone where I could eat my banana. How do y'all like y'all's banana? I like mine kind of green, but for banana pudding, and banana bread, I understand the ripening, the need for them to be ripened there. But just eating a banana by itself, um, I like them kind of green. Not that green, but a little bit of green. Yeah, I think it was Rich Mullins that wrote that song. Um, Our God is an awesome God. But yeah, he died in a car wreck. I think he wrote it though. I know he sung it, but I think he wrote it too. But I like a lot of his songs. Yeah, I had to break up this banana some. I just talked about earlier not wasting, but I did throw part of the banana away because when it gets mushy, I can't. That's too sugary. Yeah, I can't make banana bread or banana pudding out here in the wild, so I had to throw that part. Which it ain't really wasting because I'm sure something out here will eat it, whether it be ants or I don't know who I was interested in bananas out in the wild, but I don't think I wasted the banana. Yeah, that's I think that's everybody, Judy, is the fall the hurtiest part of a fall is not when you hit, it's whenever you get to thinking, did somebody see did somebody see me fall? But that's definitely one of the my favorite things. There's a lot of things that make me laugh, but one of my favorite things that gets me the most laugh is, and I had to say this with I guess compassion, and I never like to see anybody get hurt ever. I don't want nobody to get hurt. It don't matter who you are. I don't want you to get hurt. But if I know the person didn't get hurt, seeing somebody fall that look, that expression on their face right before they, fall, is just that's just classical comedy right there. And yeah, that's the ones that if I'm gonna watch like America's Funniest Videos, those kind of shows, those are the ones that I look out for, the falls. Yeah, I think we've all done it, share beer. Not everybody confesses to it like you and Judy. That but yeah, I think we're all concerned about. Did anybody just see that? And then we have those people that have cameras that can replay it for all of us to laugh at and say, yes, we did see you fall down, and it was quite funny. Good morning to Kirk. Happy Friday. Appreciate you stopping by. Kirk, what's your top four Valentine's gifts? See, I got you right off the bat. Boom! Top four Valentine's gifts. Anybody else want to put their top four Valentine gifts in the comments? Feel free. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I guess I should have been more specific. Yeah, we'll start with to receive, and then we'll see if there's any difference in the giver and the receiver. Chocolate and candles, the two C's. What's your favorite kind of candle, Judy? Sherberry got 3 pounds. Receive a hug and her to say I love you. Card and chocolate. Good answers. What show did they used to say good answer on? Was that Family Feud? Good answer, good answer. Favorite gum. Now there's a Rushmore topic to talk about. Flowers, chocolate, card, and dinner. One of my messages for today, Kirk, is Valentine's Day is overrated. You know, to make such a statement, you might get stoned or hit with an egg or punched, but every day should be Valentine's Day. We should love people every day. Is my point. Uh, I don't have a problem with Valentine's Day. Have y'all ever done a Rushmore show of gums? Favorite gums? Judy got me thinking about that. She mentioned gums, so I got to thinking about, what are my favorite gums of all time? Not yet. All right. Well, there's an idea. Gum is something most people like. I don't guess I've ever really known anybody that didn't like gum. I'm sure there are those out there, but your gums, yeah, your gums are important when it comes to gums. That's for sure. I guess gum can be guilty of messing up your gums and your teeth, according to the sugar content. Yeah, I'm a gum fan. My favorite gum of all time, my number one is always going to be, and I know the flavor don't last long. I think that's important when you talk about the reasons why you choose things. And one of them that would have to factor in would be how long the flavor lasts. And my favorite gum, the flavor don't really last long, but it's still, I guess, that original. But yeah, Big Red is my favorite gum of all time. I like the cinnamon fan. Good morning to World's Greatest Sacred Places. I hope you're having a great Friday. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy February 14th, 2025 edition. I haven't had none in a long time. I know they still make it, but one of my favorite go-to gums was to get a pouch of Big League Chew. I haven't ever had black licorice. I don't like black licorice, so I wouldn't try. I probably wouldn't try black licorice gum. I mean, I'll eat black licorice. It ain't like I hate it. It's just not one of my favorites. It's kind of like jelly beans. I love jelly beans, um, but the black jelly beans are always going to be the ones that I eat the last. Yeah, the grape flavored Big League Chew. I'm not a watermelon fan or watermelon flavored. I like watermelon to eat a watermelon. I like, but the watermelon flavor is not the same as watermelon. I've never really liked the watermelon flavor. Not one of my favorites, anyhow. But I definitely like. That was my go-to when it came to the Big League Chew was the grape flavored. I don't know what absinthe is. That's what we used to say at school if like one of our classmates wasn't there. Those of us that were there would say president, are here. But then there was that guy that didn't show up, and we'd always say absinthe. Sorry, I just had to throw that out there. That's what I figured you were talking about, but I didn't know. I'm ignorant on the word absinthe. But who do you go to when you're ignorant? You go to a teacher, right? So that's what I done. I got schooled by the teacher. Thank you. And Kirk, why aren't you in school? That thought just crossed my mind. Winter break? What in the world? Winter break? I never heard of that. Not in the South, anyhow. Heard of spring break. But hey, if it's a day off for teachers, I'm all for it. I'm I believe I talked about Valentine's Day is overrated because I believe every day is a day to tell people you love them. But I tell you who is underrated. I mean, there's a lot of people on my underrated list, but teachers are like always going to be toward the tops of my Rushmore of underrated people is teachers. So I hope you enjoy your day off, Kurt. Teachers need days off for sure. Um, Underpaid, underappreciated, but without teachers, we'd all be ignorant. Very important job. Off till Tuesday. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy your time off. Get you a little refreshment, recharging. And I'm trying to remember Cannon. That's your son. I'm bad on getting names mixed up, people mixed up. Where people are. Uh, yeah. Good morning and happy Friday to Matthew and Mommy's World. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope your day is great. I appreciate anybody that stopped by today. Just want to encourage everybody as we go through this day together. Just hope everybody has a great day. Just want to encourage you to keep going, not to give up. And only thing we should give up on is doing things that hurt ourselves or hurt others. And but do the things that help others. And the greatest thing we can do is love God and love each other. And I pray that we do that on this day and every day. But my battery is fixing to die on the phone, and but I appreciate all of y'all, and just want to remind everybody that I love everybody and I don't hate anybody, and it's all because of somebody who died for me. And God bless y'all. And I hope you have a great day. And I hope to see you again somewhere down the road. But happy Valentine's Day. Happy February the 14th, 2025 edition.